Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into something that, well, might not sound the most exciting at first. Saving money.
Yeah, saving money. Not exactly known for being a party topic.
Right. But trust me, this isn't your grandma's advice about pinching pennies.
No, not at all.
We're going deep with Morgan Housel's work, really trying to uncover the surprising ways that saving can actually give you more freedom and control in your life.
It's true. And it's funny because so often we think about saving as this like restrictive thing,
You're holding yourself back.
Exactly. Like we're denying ourselves something. But what if we looked at it like financial efficiency?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. What if it's more about making smarter use of your resources so that you can have more of what you really want?
Oh, I love that. It's like, remember that whole thing back in the 70s with the energy crisis? Everybody thought the world was ending because we were running out of oil.
All right.
But we didn't magically find more oil overnight, did we? What did we do?
No, we adapted. Right.
Exactly.
We figured out how to do more with less.
Exactly.
Think about it. Like the average car today gets almost twice the gas mileage it did back then. It's incredible. That's a huge change in efficiency, and it's because we had to innovate.
Okay, so how does that same idea apply to like our money? We can't exactly squeeze more hours into the day.
You're right. But just like with energy, it's not always about finding more. It's about being smarter with what you've got.
Yeah.
So that's what Housel says. Like he argues that so many of us are just focused on making more money.
Getting that bigger paycheck.
Yeah. That we forget about the other side.
Yeah.
Our savings rate.
It's like they say, you can't outrun a bad diet. You could be making a ton of money, but if you aren't keeping any of it, it doesn't really matter.
It's true. He uses this analogy of a leaky bucket.
Okay, I like this.
So, you can keep pouring more and more water in. That's your income.
Okay, yeah.
But if you don't fix those leaks, it's never going to fill up.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And those leaks, that's our spending.
So instead of just always chasing a bigger paycheck, we should be looking at how can we plug the leaks in our own finances?
Yes, exactly. Because here's the thing. Your savings rate is something that you can control. You can control that directly. Unlike, the stock market.
Oh, tell me about it.
Or the economy. Those are unpredictable.
You got that right.
But your savings rate,
right,
that's in your hands.
Yeah.
And that feeling of being in control, it's powerful. It really puts you in the driver's seat.
So we're talking about like really taking control of our finances, plugging up those leaky bucket spending habits. But let's be real for a sec. Saving money. It's not exactly like the most thrilling thing.
No, definitely not a glamorous topic.
It can feel like you're delaying gratification, right? Like you're putting off enjoying your life now for some future you.
Yeah, and Housel talks about that common perception. But he says there's this other side to saving that we often miss. He calls it the hidden return.
Okay, now you've got me really curious. Hidden return, what is that all about?
So it's about the freedom and the options that come from having, a bit of a financial cushion.
Okay.
So think about it this way. Imagine being stuck in a job that you dread,
Yeah.
But you've got 6 months of expenses saved up, just sitting there.
Yeah.
That changes things, doesn't it?
Definitely.
You're not just an employee anymore. Suddenly you've got options. You can negotiate maybe from a stronger position, or even think about leaving and trying something totally new. That's powerful.
Wow. Yeah, I can see how just knowing that would change how you feel about your job, about life in general.
Exactly. And that's just one example. This hidden return, it's the ability to maybe take a class, start a side hustle, or even just say no to things that, just drain you without the worry, because you built yourself that breathing room.
That financial cushion.
Yes. And these are returns that you won't see on like a spreadsheet or anything.
Right.
But they have a huge impact on your actual life, your quality of life.
It's almost like you're buying back your freedom a little bit with every deposit you make.
I love that. That's such a great way to put it. And this kind of ties into Housel's point about how competitive the world has become.
Oh, yeah.
Like even for the smartest people. Like he gives this example of, those students who just ace the SATs, super smart kids, tons of them every year.
Right.
But just being smart, it's not enough anymore, is it?
Not even close.
So in a world where everyone is super talented and working hard, what gives you an edge? Flexibility.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Being able to adapt, to pivot, to go after an opportunity when it pops up.
Seize the day.
Yes. And that's where saving comes in.
So it's not just about buying our dream house someday. It's about building the kind of life where we have the freedom to go after those dreams.
Now you're getting it. It's about like your actions and your long-term goals, your values all lining up.
I like it.
And this actually leads to another really interesting thing Housel talks about the psychology of saving. He says it's about raising your humility threshold.
Humility threshold, that's a new one. What does that even mean?
So it's about, what does success actually mean to you? Not what society tells you it should be.
Right.
Like being content with what you have, not constantly chasing after more just to keep up.
Yeah, to keep up with the Joneses, right? We've all been there.
Exactly. It's like being intentional, mindful about where your money goes and why. Asking yourself, does this purchase, this thing, does it actually fit with what I value?
That's a great question to ask yourself.
And if you realize you care more about experiences than material things, maybe you decide to spend less on stuff and more on travel experiences. It's about your life actually reflecting what matters to you.
It's funny. We always hear that saying, money can't buy happiness.
Right.
But what I'm hearing from Housel is maybe it kind of can.
Yeah, in a way.
Not like in a buy a bunch of stuff way, but by giving you the power to make choices that actually mean something to you. And that's where real happiness comes from, right?
Absolutely. It's about like stepping off that treadmill, of having to keep up with everyone else and deciding what success means for you.
Yeah.
And maybe that even means having less stuff, less clutter, less stress about money, and finding a different kind of like abundance in that.
I love that. It's like we can reclaim that power to say enough is enough, which, let's be honest, is hard, especially these days when it feels like everything is telling you you need more.
Oh, it's so true. So true. It takes real effort to fight against that. But imagine the mental space it would free up. If you were constantly bombarded with these messages about what you should be buying, how you should be living your life. That's a kind of freedom that money can't buy. But saving can help get you there.
Saving can create that space. Okay, so as we're wrapping up this deep dive into, the unexpected power of saving, what's the one thing you really hope our listeners will take away from this?
I hope they start to think differently about what saving really means. It's not just about putting off the things that you want today. It's about investing in your future self, giving yourself more freedom down the road, more control over your life, and building a life that's really meaningful to you.
That's beautifully said. And to all you deep divers out there, I challenge you to think about your own hidden returns on saving. Like, what's one small change you could make today? Just one small step towards plugging those leaky buckets in your own life. You might just be surprised at how much power you feel when you take control of your finances and start building that future you really want, one that really reflects your values. Until next time, keep diving deep, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Becoming a Millionaire in 5 years. Remember, every small step you take today brings you closer to your millionaire goals. If you found value in today's video, please give us a thumbs up and share it with someone who's also ready to change their financial future. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's turn those dreams into reality. See you next time.